Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk to you a little bit about what closing costs look like on a standard real estate transaction and how much you can expect to estimate depending on whether you're a buyer or a seller. I know this is not the most exciting topic and we can easily get lost in all the numbers, but this is a very common question that I get asked a lot, and I think it's important to have a clear understanding of what they are and how much to expect to pay. So we are going to keep this a little more broad and touch on a few key points. Then I encourage you to read the full blog. You can find the link in the description. There you can dive deeper into the details and have access to other helpful links and resources. Also, real quick, I just want to note that these are general estimates. Actual costs are going to vary based on a variety of things. If you're looking for more concrete numbers, let's talk about your specific situation. All right, let's dive in. Okay, on a basic level, closing costs are the fees you pay at the end of a real estate transaction to close a deal. Both buyers and sellers pay them, but they're each paying for different things. And just to be clear, we are not talking about agent commissions, down payments, property taxes, or loan payoffs. It's common to see those amounts added into the total costs at the end of escrow, but for today's discussion, we are keeping it separate. Closing costs are specific to title, escrow, and lender fees that are associated with each side of a transaction. We'll touch on both, but let's start with the seller's side of the transaction. If you're selling a home in Riverside County, your closing cost, not counting commissions, property taxes, or loan payoffs, run about 1% to 2% of the sales price. So on a home around $615,000, which is pretty close to where the median is right now, you're looking at roughly $6,000 to $12,000 in fees. On a typical transaction, the seller pays for title insurance, city and county transfer fees, recording fees, and their portion of the escrow fees. Depending on the location of the home and its sales price, these fees can vary. For example, California counties charge $1.10 per $1,000 of sale price. On a $615,000 home, that's approximately $677. Some cities layer their own transfer tax on top of the county rate, so the exact amount can differ city to city. Once you have these estimates, you should then add it your total loan payoff, a reasonable agent commissions, and a realistic cushion for repairs and possible buyer closing costs that are a typical request in real estate transactions in today's market. In fact, as standard practice, I always like to send what we call an estimated net sheet to my seller clients. This way you get to see exactly what you're walking away with. The sale price minus your loan payoff minus all the fees. There's your bottom line. No guessing. Now for buyers, your closing costs are generally going to land between 2 and 3% of the purchase price when everything is included. So on that same $615,000 home, you're looking at roughly $12,000 to $18,000 at the closing table. Half of that is actual hard fees, which includes loan origination fees, the appraisal, lender's title insurance, recording fees, and their portion of the escrow fees. The other half is prepaids. That means things like homeowners insurance, property tax reserves, and prepaid mortgage interest. And just to be clear, this doesn't include your down payment, agent commissions, inspection fees, rate buy-downs, or home warranties. Depending on the structure of your loan and what you're able to get the seller to cover, these additional fees will vary. Your lender should walk you through all of this. Additionally, your lender is required to give you a document called a loan estimate within 3 days of completing your loan application. It's an estimate of your loan terms, interest rate, monthly payment, and projected closing costs. Its main value is letting you compare multiple lenders side by side before committing and should give you a clear understanding of what's financially required of you. All right, that's the quick overview. I hope that made sense to all of you. For the full picture, sample breakdown of fees, and additional resources, click the link in the description to read the blog. If you have questions about what you'd net from a sale or what buying is actually going to cost you, give me a call or shoot me a DM. I'm Leeper with eXp Realty. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.